I have a statement that I would like to make today. Sometimes it's not God putting more on us than we can bear, but sometimes we could be putting more on ourselves than we could bear. I want you to honestly think about it, and I want you to think about your life. Is it truly God putting more on you, or are you putting more on yourself and you just think? Are you just saying that it's God putting more on you? Sometimes when we think about things that occur in our lives, and don't get me wrong, in this life that we live in, because it says in the Bible that in this world we will have trials and tribulations. And it does say be of good cheer because the Lord has overcome the world. So it says be of good cheer. And we do know in the trials and tribulations and things that we may be going through in life that God's grace is sufficient. And God will give us the strength to get through any trial, anything that we're going through. But I want you to think about your life and ask yourself the question, is the trials, dilemma, things you're going through, is it because of God or could it be because of you? Things that you're dealing with right now in life, is it truly because of the Lord's doing or is it because of your doing? See, we can do a lot of things to ourselves and some people got the nerve to blame God. See, you got many women. And I've met some before, and it very well might have been you at one time, and it could be you. See, you got some woman right now, she's not married to a man. She's dealing with a no good man. And all she is saying is, God won't put more on me than I can bear, but could you be putting more on yourself than you need to bear? See, some things that we go through in life, some cards that we're dealt with in life, it's because of us. See, some of us just need to be real. We need to quit pointing fingers and saying it's God's doing, and let's be real and say it's my doing. Because when I can go back and think about my life, a lot of things I went through, it was because of my doing. It was because I was being disobedient to God. See, it was because I wanted to live outside the will of God. It's because I wanted to do things my way and I didn't want to do things God's way. And could that very well be you on today? See, you want to do things your way. And when things don't work out the right way, you got the nerve to look at God and point fingers his way. But when is the last time that you just got in the mirror and pointed fingers at yourself? See, the situation that you're in right now, did God, just be real about it now, did God tell you to have kids with that man out of wedlock? I mean, let's just keep it real. Did God tell you that? You had the first one. Okay, you could say it was a mistake. You had the second one. Then you got a third, you got a fourth, you got a fifth. Is it God? See, is it God's fault that that's who you chose to be with? Is it God's fault when all the signs was there that you don't need to marry him, you don't need to marry her? You saw all those signs that was telling you to not go through, but you still said, I do, and you got the nerve to say, the Lord will give you the strength to get through. God won't put more on you, but did you put more on yourself? I want you to think about it now. Some of us go through a big financial strain in life. And if a lot of us just be real about it and you just get in that mirror and do a self-examination, when do you be real and just say, I'm bad with my money? I'm just not good with my money. See, we can go all day around the world and point things and say, the Lord, he's putting it on me. He'll get me through. But when is the next time that you just gonna cry out to the Lord? When are you gonna look to the Lord and say, Lord, what do I need to do? When are you gonna look to the Lord and say, Lord, what's better that I need to do so I can make better decisions that's pleasing to you? I want you to think about that now on today. We put ourselves in situations because you got somebody right now. They dealt with the man. They knew that man was in the streets. They knew that man was doing all type of stuff, but they still decided to be with that man. And guess what happened? They caught something from being with that man. And now they're saying, God won't put more on me than I can bear. But sometimes we got to be real and say, I'm the reason. I'm putting more on myself than I can bear. See, you got to be real when you going on these jobs. Somebody right now can't keep a job. And it's not because nobody is being low down to them on the job. It's just because they don't know how to act on the job. It's just because they don't want to go on the job and do the job, because they very well be you on today. And then you just have some people that, guess what? They just don't want a job. They want everybody to give to them. And they don't want to get up and go work on the job. And what do they say? God won't put more on me than I can bear. God is going to help me get through. But do you need to look in the mirror and say, what is it that I need to do? A lot of us, we overlook our lives and tell the truth. We made decisions. It wasn't the Lord. We decided to pack our bags and move somewhere that the Lord never told us to. We decided to take a job that the Lord never told us to take. We decided to do this stuff. See, somebody went on that limb. Now, God cares nothing about you buying yourself a house, but did you have to buy yourself that $200,000 house? And see, now you got that big old note. And now you're looking at God. But when you truly need to start looking at yourself, some of the decisions and things that we do, is it truly God or is it truly you? We all have to look at our lives and just be real about it and just say, if I made better decisions, if I did better. And see, everybody has to raise their hand, just like I have to raise my hand and say, Lord, I got to come to you, because I can't keep banging my head and doing the same thing over and over again. I have to do something better. I have to do something new. And the only reason I'm going to do better in life and something new is only because of you. We can't keep looking and thinking that God is putting things on us that we can't bear. We're putting things on ourselves that we can't bear. And it's some things that we just need to go to God and pray about and say, Lord, what is it right now that I need to get up out of my life? What things that I need to move? What doors that I need to close? We need to seek after the Lord so we can start living a life that's pleasing to the Lord. Because see, a lot of times we want to always do things our way and we don't want to do things God's way. And when things don't work out our way, we get mad and we point at God when we need to be pointing our way. It's time to seek the Lord, go to the Lord so we can start living a life that's pleasing to the Lord. And most importantly, start making decisions that's pleasing to the Lord, because a lot of hardships, trials, and things we go through in life, we put ourselves through it. We need to cry to God and say, God, I need to make better decisions. Some stuff is just going to God, crying out to God, saying, God, help me. I need to start making better decisions. I need to start making better life decisions, better financial decisions, better personal decisions. We got to start doing better. When is it do you get in the mirror and say, it's not everybody else, but Lord, it's me. And I'm coming to you, Lord, because I want to be a better me. Let's seek after the Lord. And we can start living a life that's pleasing to the Lord. And then we know when we seek after him, we can truly make decisions that's pleasing to him. And even though things may not be our way, but we know when we do things God's way, everything will work out the right way. So always remember my closing. Self-examination is the best examination. And Jesus Christ is Lord, and he's all we have. Have a great rest of the day.